There are conversations that shape how we live. Conversations that help us navigate challenges of life. Conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find the way and unleash our potential. Welcome to the Benjamin Zulu Global.
Psychologist, relationship coach, the one, the only
Benjamin Zulu.
Benjamin Zulu himself. They say that change is inevitable and change pushes you out of your comfort zone to embrace something new. But what happens when your spouse changes after you marry? That is our conversation for today right here on the Benjamin Zulu Global, and would like to invite you to join in even as we get some tips on how these changes occur and what we need to do once they show up. My good name is Janique, and I believe it's good to start off this conversation by simply identifying, what is a good change and what is a bad change.
Yes, good change is evolution to a better version of yourself. Mm-hmm. Bad change is when you migrate from the promises, is when you abrogate on the basis on which you married. We married because you presented yourself as this kind of a person who is honest, who communicates, who is committed. Now after we get married, you're dishonest, you don't communicate, you don't even want marriage, you're not even sure anymore. You're leaving the burden to me.
Yeah.
So we're talking about good change is vertical. You're evolving to higher levels. Bad change is horizontal. You're migrating from who you are, the grounds on which you stood.
Yeah.
Now you're moving to different values. So, what if then? So the horizontal change of flipping on me, betraying, bringing other colors or showing your true colors. That is what the change we are discussing today. And the number one I want you to be careful with, what you're going to do when you realize that they are being another person other than the one you married, is to check the root cause of that change. Sometimes the person has started withdrawing, not communicating as often, or even avoidant, or they have started retreating to their people. You know, you get married and the person starts putting their people first.
Yeah.
I want you to know you're supposed to dig the root cause, because the marriage itself can trigger trauma. Marriage itself can trigger people.
Yeah.
When people wake up, realize now they have signed papers. They are somebody's husband. Now I'm somebody's wife. Commitment can feel claustrophobic. And after you've said now for good, you're not going to flirt with anyone, and you're used to flirting with people. For good, you're going to be spending nights with this person. That lady was asking me whether it's possible to get married and retain her house. Don't need to move in with any, get married and just retain my home here. I said, that's a package for a side chick. Look for that. Some guys who perfectly just want a side chick like you. No, I just want to be the wife. You are going to be the wife. You cannot get married and still avoid the commitment and the bringing lives together. Many people have that wishful thinking.
Yeah.
Can I get a marriage, but you don't come too much in my space. Marriage requires you come into each other's
space, literally.
Some kind of assistance cannot be, some kind of oneness cannot be done away with. So, you're going to check, is this change reactionary or is it intentional? People could be reacting to having signed their lives away. And people could be reacting to unconscious fears they've always had. Marriage is a risk because you're giving a person the power to kill you with trauma, with betrayal, with diseases, with poisoning, with anything. That's a person you're going to close doors, shut out lights, and close your eyes. You're going to be totally vulnerable with this person.
Yeah.
As it is physically, so is it emotionally. They're going to see every side of you. The most intimate knowledge. So this person could be unknowingly. We said many things are not logical, they are psychological. This person could love you sincerely, but the phase of life they have entered into could be changing them. A person can get a child and they manifest another conduct that is very strange. They could just lose the desire for you, the affection, the playfulness. You're wondering, what did you do? Why are they now disinterested? Why are they so flat? Why are they not responding? And you can just say, this person has lost interest in me. Someone can get pregnant and start becoming irritated over this. And that's one of the most trying periods. When a woman is picking smells 3 kilometers away. Before you enter the gate, she knows you did not brush your teeth. You're trying to hug a person, they're asking you to kindly go and brush. They start, you're smelling sweat now every day. But it gets so uncomfortable if you don't understand. Sometimes it's not personal, it's reactionary, it's seasonal, and it's real to her. She's not even pretending. It could be very real. And the hormonal stage is that phase. I saw an expert saying when women are stressed, they tend to talk. When men are stressed, they tend to keep quiet. So a guy could be acting weird because he's stressed. And men are stressed by everything. Grief. They lost a loved one. They were betrayed by a friend. They lost a friend. They lost a deal. Money didn't come through.
Yeah.
Their career is not shaping well. Things are not moving forward. A project has stalled. A car is in the garage. Anything can stress him. And when he's stressed, he's behaving strangely towards you. You need to check whether there's change you're checking, particularly the change that is going for days. Maybe you're discussing the change that you have watched for a year, several months, for weeks. A change that is tempting you to think you're no longer needed by this person. Before you conclude, dig to the root. When you find that it is reactionary, challenge them. That I think we are not how we used to be. We are not as happy, we are not as free. And I think it is related to, since when we got this baby, I don't think I've seen the journey in. Since when we lost that friend, since when the job went this way, since when that boss mistreated, made you lose job, I think you've lost your joy. I think you are more pensive, withdrawn, far away, aloof in your thoughts. You've lost your confidence, I think. And I think, yes, I don't feel wanted by you anymore, but I notice it's not personal to me. Even you are not attending to those finer things that used to make you happy.
Yeah.
I invite you, we address that from the root. Can we do therapy? Can you see a person? Grown-ups, you can't force them. You can't take a stick. Now I'm taking you to therapy. I have realized you are stressed. Can we go now? You may not do that. They also have their pride. So you can only invite and leave it to them.
Yeah.
And there's a concept we need to discuss called abuse by sick people. Sometimes people fall sick and they start mistreating you when they are sick. Life can get twisted. The person who is in hospital is also the person who is mistreating you. So not just hospital now. That it's more common with sick people because they're sensitive and you can't challenge them. And you must attend to them lest you be said to have left a person who was sick. Sometimes the aging parent becomes very salty. A parent who is aging, they just become salty.
Yeah.
And difficult. You can't challenge them about everything. And they project to you the frustrations of their pain. And you are catch-22.
Yeah.
Imagine having to clean up after a person just messing up things because they're sick. They don't communicate, they're just moody. And now everybody is on the edge. You must be careful how you talk to them. They can start crying. Imagine a grown-up, your dad crying there. My children, they're just making my life hell. Your dad has a sickness. and you're trying to medicate him. But he is also very manipulative or very emotionally edgy. You can't even ask him to go home. You say, no, my children have rejected me, I'll cast them. He has stayed here for 3 months. And it's very hard. You can't even have your life.
Yeah.
But he's sick. What do you do? This is what I want you to do with your partner. When they go through something that is overwhelming them, but in the midst of their stress, they're also stressing you out. You're going to put limits. All sick people need limits. Human beings need limits because when the giver doesn't put limits, the taker doesn't have any.
That's true.
Those are the same limits we exercise with orphans and vulnerable children. Sometimes society will ask you to help this person because they need you. You know, help those people. You know what happened? Their parents are not here, and please, can they stay with you for this holiday? Then they come there and they have such bad habits. They're teaching your children vulgar language. They can't even clean up after. They're destroying food. There are people who eat and the others who try to clear the kitchen. There are vices that are making life impossible.
Yeah.
But they're in a needy situation.
So you hold on to that.
You're being told, don't mistreat that child, they're orphan. Huh? When it comes to personal relationships, you must have limits. So with this person of yours, who you have realized they are changing on me because they're being affected by something else, I know you have lost that job, you are mistreated so badly, but you're taking that anger on me too often. Why are you screaming? Why have you withdrawn for the last 1 week or 2 weeks? You have not been yourself here. You may not realize it, but you are very aloof. And we are all unease. There is a lot of anxiety here. Okay, you are expecting. Thank you for bringing life to our family. But in your midst of expectancy, can you try us on be soft on us?
Yeah.
We don't know what you're going through, God forbid. We don't downplay it.
Yeah.
But many people will tell you that, particularly the pregnancy, postpartum, they are usually seasons. But if you had sensitivity to everything, first trimester, second trimester, third trimester, and after giving birth, and we are still having to be meticulous around you because, do you need therapy? Imagine a lady is forcing us to wash the car 3 times because she can smell something it's not yet clean. Vacuum it, do detailing. Because some villager came there and maybe they were carrying a chicken, and now this guy is smelling chicken. That chicken.
Which she ate. After it was slaughtered.
Why did you carry chicken in my car? So, yes, there was chicken, but are you also over here?
Yeah.
Why are you making our life so hard? I'm washing the car 5 times because I carried chicken. So, sometimes you need to put limits. What if you find that this change is not actually reactionary, malicious? Sometimes people change on you, not because they're being triggered, not because one guy said all his male relatives were dying at 30-something. The father, the older brother, the uncle, so people are dying by 38. When he came near 38, he expected also to die. And what if the wife did not trace where this guy is? Because he became teenager. He's dying anyway. Drinking till dawn, not applying himself to career anymore, not coming home, not attending to children, and free fall. Will die once. He actually didn't die. He woke up at 40. Oh, I'm still here. What did I do with my money? You guys, I was about to die. Can you return my money? So sometimes people are dealing with a real historical problem. And I hope Joannick, us, and everybody can hear us, will give you a piece of information that can help you draw your family tree and see what has happened to your predecessors. I tell you, it's after you. Whatever befell your predecessors is coming. Just because you're looking away does not make it go away.
That's true. That's
To
true.
catch up with you.
Yeah.
You better know it. You just know what it is.
Yeah.
One guy learned that his male side of the family was all of them alcoholic, all of them polygamous, all of them drugs, all of them. And although it was a widespread problem in the African context, he personalized it. I said, no, I just want to live a different life. For that reason, he couldn't touch alcohol. When you push him to it, he says, you are not the right friend for me. I'm dealing with something. My friend, from where I come from, our bloodline, if you touch alcohol, you drown. You know, people drink and stop others.
Drowning it.
So, what if you discover this person has historical problems? For me, if you draw your family tree, just ask your parents about their parents. And if you have the grandparents, just ask them. If you are lucky, if you hear us when you are lucky enough to have them alive, this information will save your life.
Yeah.
In our psychology class, one lady detected 4 cases of people dropping and dying in her family. No sickness, because postmortem was not even common. She couldn't tell why they were dropping. Somebody died at the ATM card. Somebody else was just arriving and died. Dropped dead, dropped dead, dropped dead. So she started just researching conditions that cause drop dead. So she came up with brain clot, heart attack. She came up with possible, and she started just researching more. You know, eventually after she was advised to do scans on those potential sudden death causes. So just if you Google causes of sudden death, it usually builds up without symptoms, and by the time it has symptoms, it's too late. But many times cardiac arrest has these symptoms. So she's trying to research. She rules out this, rules out that, rules out. So she's interviewing people. Why are you asking about dead people? I just want to know what happened.
Yeah.
Those could be coming after us. So she researched from our psychology information, just what we are giving you here. She was able to avert potential disaster because she came out. It has a very complex name, but it runs in the genetics. And they were saying when there's some vessels in the brain, critical, just life support, when a clot comes there, usually if it closes part of the life critical nerves or veins, the person just passes out. It does not even have the heart attack symptoms. The person zones out and they go. And so she started scanning, found if you have this factor in your blood, she established, oh, it runs here. And now she just lived different. She said you can be injected some venous from time to time, or you can take this kind of dietary lifestyle. How life-saving was that? Research, finding out what could have been the cause, putting it out there. My family people have died suddenly. What are potential causes? Rule out, and interviewing their brother. No, they don't know the psychological language of what you're looking for. I want you to go and ask questions. Now, what if the person is not cooperative? This is where I want you to draw the boundaries and go to point number 2. You may find that this person has changed because they were pretending, or they are using the situation to avoid accountability. Somebody could be having a situation, but they also mixing it with ego, pride. Somebody could be needing medication, but they also stop paying that part of the bill, or they stop paying their responsibilities. Somebody could be having a job loss, but they're not really putting effort anymore. They have relaxed. They have a reason that they were fired unfairly, but they don't apply themselves anymore as much, and you are left there. Somebody was sick, we have since out of hospital, but you're not restoring our romantic life anymore. They're not even showing up there, they're just saying, I'm not okay, I'll tell you. So they procrastinate in the name of, I'm still on drugs, until you can see. We fought that battle, but now it's no longer the sickness anymore. It's no longer the job loss. It's no longer the unfairness. It's no longer the grief. It's you now being uncooperative one. When one lady said, what do I do with this? And my husband, since then, we have never been intimate. It's been 2 years. I don't think he's that sick anymore because I can watch him and do other things. But he's blocked now, not inviting any kind of closeness. And I was telling now, you should know you have moved from sickness to the attitude. Point number 2 is to not tolerate disguised abuse. It's very okay to walk out when people are still sick, when they begin to mix the sickness with an attitude of don't care, an attitude of unavailability, an attitude, an insulting, condescending, or they gossip, or they don't appreciate you, or they they ignore you, or it's very possible that people frustrate you even when they have a situation that they don't see your sacrifice, that they just complain. One nurse told me the hardest part in our job is not even dealing with the sickness, it's the attitude of the sick people. Some take out their bitterness on you.
Yeah.
They don't appreciate. She said it's not the turning or lifting people, it's the discouragement. When they still insult you, when they still want to blame you. We are dealing with a situation that I did not cause. And while I'm doing my best, you still want to blame me for the pain, for everything, and you don't even see what I'm doing. She was saying when you find appreciative people, they are the best to work with. They communicate better, they tell you what you can do, and even if you feel a need to do every little thing you can do to make them comfortable. And she was telling me that she's not defending the nurses who are mean or talk badly, but she said you can be made mean by mean people.
Yeah. The meanness can be brought out of you.
You stop even being that warm anymore.
Yeah.
She said, I know colleagues who now became defensively mean. They just learn to talk mean things before you tell them the mean things.
Yeah.
And she said, you have to really, for her, she migrated towards more personalized care. She said critical care patients usually don't talk. So sometimes they're easier to handle because they're not talking. They can't move, they're totally dependent. But again, they're not insulting you. So you sometimes you move towards, if you go to general ward and you have 6 patients, sometimes some of them are just shouting at you or screaming at you or complaining at you. You can have people who are sick and they're not appreciative. So I just want you to have limits. Society will not know the details. So they may never understand. When you go out to discuss these issues, the person will amplify their situation to hide their attitude. When you bring a third party to sit with you, to just emphasize how they have been suffering, this, and this is a hospital record, this is a job situation, this is a finance. So they will pity party to just draw attention to their situation. While you also know the same person is mean, nasty, uncooperative, uncaring. So don't wait for validation from the world. A person can have a genuine situation, but themselves they are not genuine. Don't be fooled by the situation and gaslighted by the world. And until you think, you gaslight yourself into thinking I'm doing something wrong. Have boundaries so that as you sacrifice and delay your needs until you can get over this situation. There's no money, so we are living small. We are foregoing a lot of things. But the person with whom I'm foregoing them, are they appreciative of the foregoing?
Yeah.
Or they're just throwing jabs at me? How can you be squeezing yourself to wait until things can be better so that we can wear better clothes, live better life, have more softer life? Right now you have to walk distances before you board a vehicle because you don't have enough money. Sometimes it gets grinding. You have to take same kinds of boring meals because you can't afford the change. You have to take a person to hospital regularly, or you have to help them do CV, do applications, do the networking for them. Are they doing the best from their situation? I just want you to refuse to put up with it. If they have changed on you, refuse to be swindled. If you realize that they were just hiding, that friend who had ladies talking in a salon, preparing the bride, and asking her how she landed such a good guy, and they know her, she doesn't deserve a guy like that. And she's telling them to learn how to play games. Give him what he wants. After marriage, you can always go back to yourself. So what if you're in a position of that guy, who the lady is consciously pretending to be what he knows she knows he wants, and then after the wedding she goes back to herself. The government know her. No, we know you. Tell us how. You know, say, no, learn how to give guys what they want. So she can put up that dress, that mannerism, that language, that can go with, because you can hypnotize a guy when you know what he's looking for. Because some guys are naive, they talk too much.
They expose everything.
They describe their job description until a person can easily pretend it. Fake it.
Yeah.
And if you're in the shoes of that guy, just remember not to be caught into a lie. When you see it was conscious manipulation, don't be ashamed to, as soon as you find out the information. This is why I told you, even before you sign up marriage papers, even before you go to the wedding, from the time you choose the person that you're going to marry, the journey from choosing them to getting married is another observation period. Maintain boundaries so that when you see the true, because when you are that close now, when you're dating, right, you're doing courtship, you're doing functions, you can see a lot of things. People can even come and whisper to you, I hear you're marrying that person, and I can see you're good. One person was even told by the mother to the lady, my son, I would not have advised. I'm not saying you should not. I'm not saying. You see, some men meet women here, and because they jump into sleeping with her without taking it as an observation period, they learn she's even hiding a child. Had you taken the process slowly, somebody would have told you, and I hope you know, you have a child, you and that lady. That child is hers. And the child has been coached to act otherwise. So sometimes even the women or somebody you can just see body language. Nuances. Remember that word. People try to lie, but when the lies seep through, the biggest thing you can see is a nuance. Just something close to.
Yeah.
We're just saying, when you find out you're being lied to, just do what you would have done with a scam game. Run, disconnect. Yes.
And let's talk about matters personal identity, especially, and this one I believe it affects most ladies when they get married. It's like they get lost in the idea of being married, and they lose themselves. It's like getting that title of being Mrs. So-and-so. You find that you lose yourself in between. How can a lady ensure that as they change from being a Miss to a Mrs., that they don't lose themselves?
Yeah, as you change from Miss, that you don't also get it a Miss. You know?
Yeah.
You don't. One, we say there are two requirements to make sure that your marriage is healthy and life-giving rather than life-taking. Number one is to make sure that you're marrying from purpose and not trauma. You're not trying to replace the parent who never loved you. You're marrying intentionally, not impulsively. We will discuss this concept later, but my mentor had said we never quite recover with the way we spend our 20s. The way you spend your years, your age of 20s, you never quite recover from it. And he said, in particular, the intentionality with which you heal from your past. It gives a certain structure to your life that, yes, you can do some mid-course adjustment. When life gets busy past that.
Yeah.
You really get things to work. Even if you don't get married, you have to pay for your survival. You're a social person. Life gets busy so that you have a day, but the day is not yours. Belongs to your employer, belongs to your child, belongs to the only time really your life is fully yours is a few years early in life. Before you have serious job and serious family obligations, serious responsibilities, serious. That's the only time really you can do a lot of changes. But is there anybody to tell us that? No. The only voices that are trying to orient us to the journey of life are not the main curriculum. So we despise them and say, life has no formula. God himself said, for everything and every matter there's a season under the sun. And he gave as many as 66 books to guide you through every phase of life. And your response to a person who went out of their way to say, you will guide me with your light. I will guide you with my eye upon you. Your response is to say, life has no formula. Young people, listen. Life may not have a universal, that's what people are trying to say. May not have copy-paste functionality from you to me. But there's a path and seasons. And if you apply yourself in your 20s to heal, you're going to come to marriage with an established core identity of what makes you happy, what makes for your peace. In Luke 19, he said, if only you knew, even at this time, the time of your visitation, the things that make for your peace. When you heal, you realize, for me, by the way, I like authenticity, I like simplicity, I like honesty, I like good life. You know, sometimes you need to admit some things that seem luxurious to other people. I don't like long distance trekking. That's true about me. I'm trying to confess. I don't like toiling. No. So I'll do everything else to avoid toiling. I want to be wasteful. I don't want non-budgeted thing. I don't want impulsive spend. I want to project in the future because I'm avoiding grinding. If you splash the money, then I have to grind. It's torturing for me.
Yeah.
So I'll do my work to the extra. I'll try to, because the solution to avoid grinding is to produce more than you consume. That is, to always have surplus. But if you're just consuming and you're not producing, soon you'll be at the zero level.
Yeah.
So when you hear, when I try to dig up what I want, I peel off layers of imposed identity. I'm able to come to the background and say, whether I'm married and what I want in that marriage or who I'm with is, for me, this is non-negotiable. I want this a life organized this way. So I don't lose that even when I'm married. Because that is what makes me peaceful.
Yeah.
That's what makes me me. I always hear people say, he denied me the permission to work. Don't be stupid. You make decisions whether you're supposed to work. Previous to marriage, prior to marriage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that something somebody's coming to dictate you about? What are we talking about? It's because they skipped this part of defining what makes for their peace. Whether we have enough money or we don't, for me, working is meaningful.
It's not about the money.
I'm providing everything. No, there's a meaning I get here.
Yeah.
We have enough money, thank you, but service gives me satisfaction. So I will serve. And I enjoy music, ease. I don't want to tell me this. No, there's some things I'm not giving up. I just want you to, as a lady or even as a guy, prepare before you get in so that you know what makes you stable and fulfilled. Yes.
Absolutely. And in closing, they say communication is key, especially in marriage. And I'm imagining change has occurred where communication is concerned. So how do you communicate that the communication has changed?
Yes. Somebody may say, if communication is a key, what is a lock? The lock is the automatic disintegration and distance and misunderstanding that erupt when there's just silence between two people who are doing life together. When there's no relay of information, there's no passing. I'm not operating to you about how I'm feeling, what I'm thinking. If we are not exchanging, what will happen? Misunderstanding, assumptions, distance, emotions, anger, break off, disintegration. So the communication is like a breather, what injects freshness and replenishes the connection. So when you no longer want us to talk the way we used to talk or to do some things, you also use the same channel. I prefer this because we evolve. At a certain time, you don't want to be touched this way or to eat this way or to be talked. You may have some changes in your life that you prefer that we now do things this way, do things this way. You may get a job that does not allow you to chat the way you used to chat. You prefer phone calls. You may have a season of life that is not allowing this over the other one. And the person says, you're not replying that you need to reply to, I don't get your energy in that text, you're not even put emojis, you're just so. Is it a season? So there's an adjustment in our communication, and you say, yeah, I admit that is true, but I also notice there's something else changing here. I think phone calls are working for better now for me. Or we are living together more, so we're not depending on the phone a lot.
Yeah. Both of us are working from home, so we're not calling each other.
So it's not a distance anymore. Now it's here. Just to say, when there's a shift, talk about it as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, amazing. Very well said. And I love that particular way of wrapping up our conversation for today. Just ensuring that we embrace change, but we make sure that we talk about it and we address every underlying issue. That's all the time we had for you. Till next time.
There are conversations that shape how we live. Conversations that help us navigate challenges of life. Conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find the way and unleash our potential. Welcome to the Benjamin Zulu Globe.